2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Happy to have you with us for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Allie LaForce, our reporter. We've got the Washington Wizards and the Sacramento Kings. And so off the tip, it's Washington. So a look at our starters for the Wizards. Pass to Arenas. Floats one up. Got a piece of it. Here we go. Here's Richmond. And he buries the open three to cap the break.
I tell you, it always feels great getting those first points on the board.
And will that get him rolling? Will it get his team rolling? This should be an interesting night.
Now here's Wall. Stojakovic grabs the board.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Offensive rebound, Kings. Lucas can't get it to go. Beal outside. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Beal.
Kings ball.
And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
That'll put some fear into the shooters, and he made sure to do it early, too.
First quarter of play, a minute in. Here's Robertson. Pass to Richmond. And the layup is good. 5 points in the game.
Now, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now here's Wall. Beal outside. Shot clock at 6. 19-footer. That's short off the rim.
Well, it can't get worse than this. 0 for 4 to start.
Here's Weber, hounded by Beal. Weber, no good. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
They needed that. Just 1 for 5 to start this ball game.
About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Here's Robertson, banked it in off the glass.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Throws it up high and finished off by Hayes.
Boy, the court vision, the intelligence that John Wall is putting on display. This is great stuff.
Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Pass to Robertson. Shoots over Wall. Here's Lucas. And, yep, it's good.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
The rebound by Robertson.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Pass to Richmond. Here's Robertson. Here's Lucas. He's defended by Hayes. For 3. Rebound by the Wizards.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Hayes. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Hayes has got his second basket of the game.
Real smooth, guys. Great job with the tip in.
Those are the kind of plays on the offensive glass that can tell you a lot about a player. Here's Richmond. 5 points in the game. Over to the left wing. Here's Robertson. Wall covering. And Robertson gets it to go.
Boy, completely caught his man off guard by going to the reverse. That's one way to make sure the shot doesn't get blocked.
Wall, the pass to Hayes. from downtown. Ball no good. The Kings leading. Here's Stojakovic. No good on the three. Pass to Wall. It's hauled in by Lucas. And it's Sacramento's ball. To the inside. Here's Weber. Rebound Washington. Hayes has got 4 rebounds now.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
There's the block. And as it goes out of bounds, Washington able to keep possession. Three-pointer, Beal.
And they've had a rough opening from the field. He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
2 points. That one goes.
Boy, his hard work on the offensive glass, earning an additional opportunity.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Jaren Lucas. That's his first personal foul. First team foul. At the free throw line for the Wizards. Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And he can't hit the second. Here's Stojakovic, pounded by Beal. Inside. And he dunks it down.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
Now a timeout by Sacramento.
Yeah, coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
And the guys get a little bit of a break, mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
Free t-shirts, make some noise!
Pass to Robertson. To the paint. Here's Lucas. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
His first personal foul.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Shooting for Sacramento, Jaren Lucas. Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Both shots good from the strike.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
I got yours.
And there's the lob. And finished off by Hayes.
Coming off the screen, head is always up. John Wall surveys the floor.
Here's Richmond. He's got 5. Pass to Weber. Blocked, and they'll get another chance. Clock at 2.
They're playing with a lot of energy tonight. We can see that in their dominance on the glass.
Here's Arenas. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback. He's got 7. And it's the Kings with the ball. Here's Richmond. Pass to Robertson. Over Wall. Sacramento again missing. Washington trailing. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
That's his second personal foul. Second team foul. At the free throw line for the Wizards. At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. And it's tied up with that one. Here's Robertson. Oh, they get a hand on it. Stolen by Wall. And it's blocked. Here's Weber. Pass to Richmond. "13 feet out." And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's when he normally converts.
Here's Arenas. And another miss by Washington.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Pass to Robertson. Here's Lucas. Hounded by Beal. Here's Robertson. Off target from outside.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down. That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
The Kings trailing. And the Kings call time here.
They're looking to do something to stop this run. They have to get back on track.
Really needs to settle his guys down right now and get them refocused.
Fans, your 916 crew.
Here's Archibald. Shoots over Wall. Offensive board. Cousins. And he makes it on the layup.
That's just great work by DeMarcus Cousins. Persistence, great scoring ability, and that's how you manufacture points.
Right wing. Here's Arenas. Good work defensively by Cousins.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
Got a hand on it. And that'll be Sacramento's ball as it goes out of bounds. Kings able to keep possession here.
In for your Kings.
Here's Stojakovic, pounded by Beal. Chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Stojakovic grabs the board.
This is a quarter he'd rather forget. This guy just can't seem to get the lid off of that bucket.
Martin misses. Here's Arenas. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. And the layup is good off the glass. And Washington leads by 2.
They're really working the paint now.
Here's Archibald. And Bradley Beal is going to pick up the foul.
Bradley Beal.
That's his first foul of the game. The Wizards making a switch here. Butler's checked in.
Checking in for the Wizards, Caron Butler.
Here's Stojakovic. Lets it go from deep. It's Hayes with the rebound. Hayes has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Arenas. Off the mark there with a 3.
I'll tell you, he has looked just a step slow all game, but his teammates, boy, have they come through.
Back to Cousins. Tipped. Outside Butler. Sacramento grabs the miss. Pass to Stojakovic. 1:46 left now in the first quarter. Oh, and a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. Ball for 3. Finally gets one to go. That makes him 1 for 5 in this game.
I just love the ball movement.
He's defended by Hayes. And that one's good.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Cousins comes with the double team. Here's Arenas. Snatched away. 1:06 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Stojakovic. And he stays with it. That one a little long.
I'll tell you, it's been a struggle for him in this period, and they're struggling as a result.
Outside Butler. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
That's his first personal foul. 3rd team. At the free throw line for the Wizards, Caron Butler. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And the second free throw is good. There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter here. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
And here's Cousins. Pass to Martin. 6 on the shot clock.
Wizards foul.
The Kings making a switch here. Johnson's checked in.
His first personal foul. 3rd team. In for your Kings.
.27 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Archibald, good.
Showing off with the floater game. Not a shot you can swat.
Here's Chenier. Into the lane. Missed inside. With 1 on the clock. No good on the shot. And at the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. Wizards out in front, leading by just 2. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, a look at how the hustle game has been going for Washington.
Guys, it's been great hustle defense throughout 2 quarters of play, contesting everything and racking up the block shots as well.
They also came out of the locker room ready to run. Their transition game has been in full effect.
The Kings trailing. And so in the game for Washington. Here's Archibald. Here's Divac. Blocked. Butler against Johnson. Shot from 12. Here's Weber. Nice work on the boards, paying off with a basket. And Washington leads by 4.
Boy, you have to be cognizant of where people are when the shot goes up. Defenders not blocking out in that instance.
Here's Archibald, and he drives in. It's deflected, and he recovers it. Got it. Here's Monroe. Second quarter of basketball, about a minute played so far. Here's Chenier. Pass to Malone. No one near him. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Here's Birdsong. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Archibald. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second. Here's Chenier. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Here's Birdsong. That shot off the mark. And Washington the other way now. Here's Monroe. Sinks that one from the post. And now it's a 6-point Wizard lead.
And they seem to have a hard time picking good shots in the first quarter, but it's all coming together now for them here.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Archibald. Tipped. Here's Weber. Pass to Chenier. Here's Malone. 5 to shoot. It's rebounded by Divac. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Archibald, good.
Well, you love it. DeMarcus Cousins drawing the defensive attention and still has the court awareness to make the play.
Here's Butler, following the score by Sacramento. Pass to Monroe. 3-pointer. And the Wizards with another 3.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Timeout called. Sacramento.
And with the offense reeling, coach has to get these guys on the same page.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
Wizard substitution.
And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Here's Robertson. Pass to Richmond. There's the triple. The rebound by the Wizards.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. And Sacramento has possession. The Wizards making their last shot. Here's Richmond. And once again, off the mark by Sacramento. The Wizards with a lead. Here's Jamison. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Richmond. Now Johnson. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Pass to Weber. Clock at 4. And the 17-footer goes down.
Boy, that's just great passing out of the double team. They had him bottled up, but he manages to create an easy basket out of all that pressure.
Here's Monroe. He's got 5. Here's Jamison. From the wing. Rebounded by Johnson. Here's Robertson. Weber pulls it in. Pass to Chenier. Here's Monroe. To the middle. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Back come the Kings in transition. Tries to break his ice. Got a hand on it. Here's Chenier. Takes it inside. Soft touch off the glass. And Washington leads by 9.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Pass to Weber. Here's Richmond. He's got 5. And that's going to be a travel.
Wizards ball.
Bradley Beal, he's checked in for Washington.
Bradley Beal.
Washington with the ball. They lead by the biggest margin of the game at 9. Now a timeout called by Washington.
Fans, your 916 crew. That was your 916 crew. Make some noise, fans.
Pass to Wall. And the big finish by Wall.
Assist
Seems to be the new breed of point guards who can play above the rim. Wall finishing with style.
And we've got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
Oh, showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sent shockwaves into the opposition sails.
Here's Stojakovic. Looking for his first basket still in this one. 6 to shoot. Pass to Robertson. From deep 3-point range. Jamison grabs the board.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Out to Beal. It's picked off. Here's Stojakovic. To the inside. To the left wing. Shoots. The shot by Richmond, no good.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
And count it. The shot is good, and he'll go to the line.
That's his
A
third
physical finish by
foul.
Wall, and if you're defending, you've got to get your money's worth.
Both teams deciding to change it up.
John Wall, shooting just 1.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
And that one falls for Wall.
I think you can make a very strong case that John Wall has been underrated throughout his career. This guy is a multi-talented point guard who prides himself on leading his guys.
He drops it from range.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
So, Brian, the NBA tests out different rules in the G League, including shooting 1 free throw for all the possible points to speed things up. How much did it hurt players' free throw percentages, not getting the multiple tries? Well, averages dropped a percentage point or 2. Is that a deal breaker or something to consider?
Yeah, those are good questions. We'll see, Allie. Thank you.
Shoot 2.
And he makes a first. And he makes both free throws.
Yeah, just knocking down every free throw. I mean, I love to see this kind of efficiency.
Pass to Stojakovic. And the Kings with another 3.
But you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
Here's Arenas. Now here's Beal. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Drives to the hoop. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
That's his first personal foul.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
Shooting for Sacramento, Oscar Robertson. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time. Wall with it. Give him 8. Pass to Arenas. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
John Wall.
And just a great screen.
And they got a high-powered finish out of it.
My question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Here's Weber. Here's Robertson. Another miss. 2 for 9 so far. Down low. Deflected. To the left side wing. Here's Stojakovic. And that's his 3rd bucket in 8 attempts.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
Pass to Beal. And good. Coming on the assist by Wall. Wall's got his 5th assist in this one.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Here's Robertson. 6 points for him. Here's Lucas to the paint. Here's Weber. Blocked! And it's out of bounds to Sacramento.
Sacramento ball. In for your Kings.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Robertson. And he knocks down the 10-footer. Give him 8 points now. The Wizards with a lead. Pass to Arenas. Beal from outside. That one is off. So the Kings will take it the other way. Here's Robertson. Got a piece of it. Here's Arenas. Sinks it from distance. And Washington leads by 11.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
1:21 left to play in the second quarter. Here's Arenas. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
I'll tell you, he's having his way right now in the second period. Forget the first quarter. Let's get to work.
Here's Stojakovic, hounded by Beal. Wall covering. Rebound by the Wizards. Pass to Arenas. Now Beal. And here's Wall. Now here's Hayes. Give him 8 points now. Now here's Beal. Here's Lucas. With a step back. Keeps it alive. It's good on the putback.
He has the knack for being in the right spot at the right time. Gets a lot of sneaky points with his work on the glass.
And here's Wall. The putback. And it's good. But hang on here. The officials may want to take a look at it on the replay monitor. And hold up. We're not going to halftime just yet. The officials signaling that they are going to take a look at this replay.
And while watching it live, it was hard to see whether he beat the clock or not. Looks like he might have been a little late.
And the ruling is in. The call stands. No bucket. So no change in the score as we end the quarter.
Good move to review that shot. That was really close to counting.
And so it's Washington up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Looking to run whenever they can. That's part of why they lead. Back to the game after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Pretty close game for the Wizards throughout the first quarter. Their biggest lead in the first, 5 points. After a solid second quarter, they've built their lead to 8 at halftime. And taking a look at the Wizards, Shaq, what'd you think?
They've come out determined to push the pace. Up-tempo offense, getting the ball up court as quickly as possible. The advantage in transition points has been the major difference.
And Kenny, your take on Sacramento.
Hey, Ernie, it's not hard to see why they're down at this point. They're not even shooting 35% of the field. They've got to come up with some new wrinkles. If they could create better shots, then they have a better chance.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. The Kings trailing. Pass to Richmond. Here's Robertson. And he's going for the oop here. Hammers the lob through.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up. And for Washington,
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Here's Weber. Shoots over Wall. That one off the back iron and out. Here he goes. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
Pass to Richmond. Fires for three. Weber. Great positioning on the putback.
They're really fighting a losing battle on the glass.
Here's Arenas. He's got 11. Up again. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
His efficiency has been a big factor in helping them capture this lead.
Just over a minute and a half played in the third. Here's Robertson. Wall covering. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. An outstanding defensive play to earn the mobile one block.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
Washington with the ball. Richmond. It's tipped. And they get it back. Tries again. Now Beal. From deep. Weber pulls it in. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Here's Richmond. Again, the miss by the Kings. And Washington with possession. They've led by as many as 14. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
First team foul. Shooting for Washington, Gilbert Arenas. At the line for two.
And he drops the first. And so he's able to get one of two. Here's Robertson. He's got 11. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Pass to Weber. Just 5 on the clock. Takes the 12-footer and hits it. He's got 10.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Outside Wall. Here's Arenas. Stojakovic grabs the board. And so here's Sacramento. 7-point differential.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam.
The assist, Asia.
And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
Here's Arenas. And again, Washington, no good. Pass to Stojakovic. Out to the right wing. Richmond buries it from three. Now just a 2-point Wizard lead.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Now a timeout called by Washington.
Yeah, they're hoping to turn things around with this timeout.
Yeah, this is why you hate to lose momentum. It can be hard to get it back.
On your feet and make some noise. It's
Cousins, he's checked in for the Kings.
Checking in for the Wizards.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. The putback. Weber pulls it in. And they're dialed in offensively.
Sure are. Staying in attack mode and at the same time playing under control. And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And the lob disrupted. Not to be. To the inside. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
You can really see their confidence growing as this game has gone on. They have reason to believe that.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic. Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
Here's Arenas. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
That's his first personal.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Shooting for Washington, Gilbert Arenas. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. So both teams changing it up here. He's off on the second.
He's forcing the action now, finally getting to the charity stripe after no freebies in the first half.
That puts him in the lead. 13 points in the game.
How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Pass to Arenas. Fires the 3. Fires in the triple. And Washington leads by 2.
Well, that's his second 3 of the game. 1 in the first half, 1 here.
Here's Robertson. Goes up with it, and he tries it off the glass, but it's no good. Here's Beal driving to the basket, laid it in with a nice touch off the window. And now a 4-point Washington lead.
Well, this guy has become better and better at recognizing when to take it strong inside. Bradley Beal's athleticism makes him a tough cover.
Here's Weber. The jump hook, and he gets the bucket.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
To the middle to stop the run, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Pass to Weber. Beal with it. With the drive, and then Beal with the dunk.
This guy's in attack mode. Bradley Beal taking it strong.
Here's Archibald. Give him 8 points now. Here's Weber. Here's Archibald. Clock at 6. Cousins down low. That one drops for him. Cousins has got his second basket.
Boy, aggressive move by DeMarcus Cousins. He'll dish out more punishment than he receives, that's for sure.
Ooh, poked away. Now the Kings in transition. Pass to Weber. Here's Robertson. Gets the 3 ball to go. And it's now just a 1-point Wizard lead.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Here's Arenas. Fires the 3. The rebound by Richmond.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
Cousins gets the bucket.
This definitely helps your offense. You're not relegated to the perimeter with Cousins on the floor. You can create easy opportunities.
Here's Weber. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on to DeMarcus Cousins.
It was a strong move. The shot's just a little off.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Sacramento.
Their ability to rebound and convert their second chance opportunities has been a running theme throughout this game, guys.
Well, their transition game has been operating at full speed, too. They've really run the break well.
And the first one at the line is good. So it's both teams making substitutions here. He makes 1 of 2 that time.
He really wanted to capture the lead there, but on the bright side, at least the game is tied.
And Cousins throws it down.
A power move by one of the biggest problems in the low post to Marcus Cousins. Don't let him get that deep.
Pass to Monroe. Here's King. Here's Monroe. He's got 5. Inside. That's tipped. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
And the Wizards making a change here. Butler's checked in. And it's Sacramento's ball. They're on an 11-3 run. Here's Archibald. Give him 8. Pass to Richmond. And it's good from the elbow. 10 points for him.
Well, the defense has been lackluster out of the locker room, and that is why they are finding themselves in a tough spot.
Here's King. Here's Monroe. And he's going for the lob. Tipped. And as it goes out of bounds, Washington able to keep possession. The Kings making a switch here.
Bibby.
4 on the clock. Pass to Monroe. The Wizards need to get off a shot here. Off the left rim and out.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the board.
Throws it down despite a man right in his face. Opportunity here to make it a 3-point play.
Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Mitch Richmond at the line for 1.
One shot.
Washington trailing. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Will it go? Going inside, and he makes it.
Bad idea leaving him open. He needs more defensive attention, not less.
And Sacramento has possession. Butler covering. They double him with Butler. Here's Richmond. And he jams it home with authority.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
And there's nothing more frustrating for a coach than seeing his team giving up a bunch of second chance points. That's going to be the main topic during this timeout.
9-1-6 crew. Make some noise, man.
He can't get that one to fall. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Pass to Bibby. 3-pointer. And King pulls it down.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Chenier. Takes one from 10 feet, and he hits the jumper. 6 points for him.
Number 10.
Here's Bibby. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Pass to Martin.
2 minutes remaining in the
15-footer.
2 minutes.
They get it again. Goes up again. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for your Kings. At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one. Hayes is checked in for Butler. And he ends up missing both free throws.
Uncharacteristic trip to the line for him. Just lost his feel on those shots.
A minute 42 left in the third. An easy 2 on the layup.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
The Kings leading. Here's Bibby. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And the shot's good. And Washington with possession. Here's Chenier. 6 points for him. Out to the wing. Shot clock at 6. And finished off by Hayes.
And it's so hard to stop the putback when you let him live at the rim like that.
Boy, once he gets his hands on it around the rim, it's too late.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
No coverage that time. Martin's got his first 3 points of the game.
That's unselfish basketball. Opted to pass up his own shot and dish to a teammate instead.
Pass to Chenier. And we've got 28 seconds left in the third. He can't get it to go.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
Woo, just selling the defense on the pump fake.
Puts one up from 19. And good, as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Give him 8 points now. The third quarter comes to a close. Kings ahead, leading by 6. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the fourth quarter of basketball coming up next. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Now here's Wall. He's guarded closely. It's deflected. And for the Wizards, there's the drive. Count that one. And Sacramento leads by 8.
Ooh, he has a lot of tools in the toolkit. That right there was just one of them.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
That's his first.
Man, the defender really went after him.
free throw line for the Wizards. Number 10, 2 shots.
First one falls. So he gets them both. Here's Birdsong. Here's Divac. And the layup is good off the glass.
And they've committed to controlling the boards, and it's paying dividends.
On the take. And he throws it down with one hand.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
Here's Lucas. Pass to Stojakovic. Connects from downtown.
And after being stone cold from the floor in the first half, they've rediscovered their touch.
Hayes, the pass to Wall. We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. That one goes. Count it.
What you love about John Wall, to me, is he can create for the guys around him. He makes the game easy for his teammates.
Here's Bibby. Pass to Stojakovic. Another three for Sacramento.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
He takes it in and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Birdsong. Pass to Lucas. It's wide right. Hits off the rim. Outside Wall. To the right side. Lets a floater go. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Now that takes a skillful touch.
Yeah, excellent control to just ease the ball back up and in. Got a piece of it. And a fast break now for the Wizards. Softly drops in the floater.
Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
Pass to Birdsong. Here's Stojakovic. Here's Lucas. He's defended by Hayes. Here's Birdsong. 6 on the shot clock. 11 feet out. And it's off the back of the rim. No good.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
Deflected. They get it back. Here's Bibby. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Here's Stojakovic. Again, the miss by the Kings. Washington trailing. Here's King driving in, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game, and that one was easy.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
And the Kings call time here.
Things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs. Who has the most?
Both teams will make substitutions. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
During that break, Sacramento's coach had some words for his team. He told them, quote, play as if it's 0-0. We want that type of energy and focus. We might be winning, but this game is not over yet. It's a clear message, guys.
And Allie, thanks.
After an ice-cold start to this game, he is pouring it on here in the second half.
Wall, the pass to Hayes. The shot from 20 feet out. Sacramento grabs the miss. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Weber. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Man, good whistle there.
First team foul. At the line for your Kings, Chris Weber. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one's off. Good on the second one. Here's Washington now. They trail by 7. Pass to Hayes. Here's Arenas. Puts up a 3. Stojakovic grabs the board.
Good job hitting the glass. They're +8 in rebounding.
Here's Weber. Another shot. And they recover it to the paint. Here's Robertson. And finally they hit one. And Sacramento leads by 9.
And their field goal percentage is finally creeping up after a tough first half. They're really trying to hold on tight to this lead.
Here are the Wizards now with the ball. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Arenas with the bucket.
Oh, the defense has to stay attached to him on the perimeter.
Here's Archibald. Wall covering. Here's Weber. And there's the rejection. And they'll keep possession. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
That's his second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for your Kings, Oscar Robertson. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Good on both. The Wizards on offense. 8-point game. To the middle. Out to Beal. Fires the 3. It's not going to go for him. So Sacramento will take it the other way. And there's the drive. Weber. The rebound by the Wizards. Beal outside. And finished off by Hayes.
What an outstanding pass, and Bradley Beal has come such a long way as a playmaker.
Here's Stojakovic, hounded by Beal. Pass to Lucas. Oh, they get a hand on it. Just 5 to shoot. And that'll be Sacramento's ball as it goes out of bounds. Kings able to keep possession here. So the Kings making a change here.
Mitch Richmond.
Here's Lucas. 4 on the clock. Here's Richmond. Sacramento again missing.
And guys, this has got to be more of a team effort. Right now, he's playing all for himself.
Here's Arenas. Pass to Hayes. Outside Wall. And And the big finish by Wall.
Yeah, he can finish like an elite shooting guard. Wall with the size and burst to throw it down with ease.
Here's Stojakovic, hounded by Beal. Here's Lucas. Shot on the wing, and perfection right through the net. He's got 22.
Oh, I'll tell you what, in this fourth quarter, he's been locked in and has made some big shots for his team.
Here's Beal. It's hauled in by Lucas. The Kings leading. Oh, there's the alley. Alley-oop up top, hammer it home.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. And that one's good.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
And it's the Kings ball. They've led by as much as 10. Pass to Weber. Here's Robertson. Takes a 13-footer. And Sacramento again with the bucket.
After some misses in the first, he's making up for it now.
Ball with it. He shoots. Offensive rebound. Can't get it to go. 5 for 11 in the game now. The three. Rebound Washington. Hayes has got rebound number 15 here tonight. Outside Wall. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Here's Robertson. Pass to Weber. Ball stolen. Down low. And finished off by Hayes.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
It's now an opportunity to take a break and talk about their strategy moving forward.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance Player of the Game.
Yeah, and it's not surprising. He's really going after defense inside throughout the entire game. I mean, just showing the D no mercy whatsoever. They constantly were feeding him the ball, clearing out, and letting him do his thing.
Here's Richmond. 4-3. The shot won't fall. And Washington the other way now.
They could have used more of those kind of rebounds earlier. It's hurt their cause.
Over to the left wing. Knocked loose. Here's Arenas. Clock at 6. Shoots a fadeaway. The rebound by Robertson. And it's Sacramento's ball. 6-point lead. Here's Lucas. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Sees his man, threads the pass inside. Excellent teamwork.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Here's Wall, and the baseline jumper, no good. And here are the Kings now. Here's Richmond from deep. The shot, no good.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
Beal to pass to Wall. Shoots off the step back. Rebound by the Kings.
Listen, that's a look he can hit, but right now he can't throw it in the ocean.
Here's Robertson. Wall covering to the inside. Weber. Here's Lucas. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Second personal foul. Third team. At the line for your Kings, Jaren Lucas. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
So the first one drops, and that'll put him up by 9. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. For the Wizards, this one not looking good. Here's Wall. Good on the shot.
I like him forcing the issue inside. Wall playing with purpose right now.
1 minute left in the final quarter. Pass to Richmond. Here's Lucas. Here's Richmond. Here's Stojakovic. Just 3 to shoot. Shoots over Beal. Buries it from about 10 feet away. And Sacramento leads by 10.
Yeah, I think that one closes the door on any chance of a comeback. Impressive performance.
To me, they just looked a step quicker out there. They certainly look to want it more than their opponent.
Timeout called. The Wizards. They're trailing by 10. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth. And it's a completely new group for the Kings. Pass to Jamison from the arc. The shot misses, so Sacramento will take it the other way. Here's Archibald. Now here's Johnson. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 6 to shoot. Here's Martin. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one. And now a 12-point Sacramento lead. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
Here's Archibald. So no problem for Sacramento as they get the win. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K team, this is Brian Anderson signing off. So long and good night, everyone.